All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our end of day watch list. This is our Take Back Friday edition as we wrap up another trading week. So, what we have here is theta. And you can take a look here. You see how the market broke down and just consolidated pretty much all week, going absolutely nowhere, but giving us a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, constantly flip-flopping back and forth. So it looks like the bull market wants to reclaim the price action here and put in a short-term floor, a nice little support area, and see if the market can get back up to the Kumo cloud here of 235. All right, so that's what we're looking at as an immediate target. As far as Zcash or ZEC, same thing, rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. And the bottom of the Kumo cloud is here at 2737. So that is the upside target there. Next, we have XRP Ripple. And we had that positive bot check yesterday. So we know an upsurge is coming, and we're coming back to the 60-cent threshold we've been talking about, which has been a long-term point of resistance in this very elongated sideways market that is continuing to extend itself, going absolutely nowhere. Now, silver had this crash alert, and today was day 3. And like I said, the market, the indicators, the rally and crash alerts do tend to lead the market 3 to 5 days out. So here's the support. And this is what we're looking for. Once the market breaks this, then we should come down here to the Kumo cloud. And we do have points of support on the way down from 26 all the way to 24. So it'll be interesting to see how the market does at this point in time, to see what it's where it's going to put in that short-term bottom, that floor. It hasn't even entered into a corrective state. It's just in a pullback state right now, but not a corrective state. So we'll see if it's going to enter a correction mode or not. And you look at the Dow futures, again, we have this this positive, this bullish algo shift that is trying to put a floor in on this correction that we've been seeing in the Dow. You still got that bearish trend momentum reading. You're still below the Kumo cloud. So anything is possible, but it will be interesting to see if the bullish algo shift has the wherewithal to put in a short-term floor here in your Dow futures, or no. The market could easily break down and continue, I could say, continue to break down from here. This is what it'd be interesting to see as we're entering into like a crossroads period for the Dow, and it still has a bearish trend momentum reading headed into Friday. But this bullish algo shift is very interesting because it's occurring right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud resistance, which is at 38.5. So this is interesting. Is it going to try to get back up to 38.5, or is it going to try to blast back in it and do something? This is an interesting point. Then you got the NASDAQ 100. It does not have a bullish algo shift. It's still showing a bearish trend momentum reading, and it's still showing downside momentum picking up, threatening to fall outside of the Kumo cloud and go into free fall status, joining the Dow. Then you have gold. Now, gold is also consolidating up here after giving the bearish crash alert reading, and it's in a corrective state though, but it's not going anywhere. So it has a higher probability of going lower from here, even more so than the silver does. So this is all very interesting. Now, of course, the market could have other plans. The bull market could reclaim the price action and we rally from here just as easy. So very interesting to see which way the market goes. Then we have the S&P 500. It is also starting to push lower, but it still has a way to go before it gets to the bottom of the Kumo cloud support. And it's right below that 5K support. So interesting. Like I said, we're getting to some crossroads here, but the stock indices are still in a corrective state. Crude oil also is in a corrective state and starting to accelerate to the downside, headed toward the first target of the $80 support, psychological support, followed by the 75. So very interesting to see how this thing is accelerating, even with the war talk and war drums. Then you have the euro, which is in free fall status and in correction mode. You had the bullish algo shift come in here, but it has been powerless to do anything to stop this bearishness. This is a very, very bearish right now. Looking at the pound sterling, same thing, bullish algo shift, but you got a bearish trend momentum reading. You're below the Kumo cloud. You're in a corrective state, and you're also starting to cross over to the beginning stages of a bear market in both the euro and the pound sterling. That should also be taken into account. Then you have the Aussie. Now, the Aussie gave us a rally alert coming into today. Got a little smidgen of upside production. But the interesting part is that it ended the day with a positive bot check. So we know a big upsurge is coming. And we know that the resistance is right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. And that's where the market is headed. And that's at that 65 level. All right. So 65, between 65 and 65.50 is going to be your resistance zone and your initial upside target if the Aussie can get its act together here. Then you have the Russell, which is the weaker of the stock indices. It's been in a correction mode and it's starting to accelerate and intensify to the downside. It's also in the free fall state, and you have the bearish trend momentum reading, and you've blown by all the previous critical support zones of the Kumo cloud. So now you're gunning for the 52-week lows. That's literally in play now. Then you have Ethereum, which has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, and it did it right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and we got 3107 is the resistance zone, and you're right here at it, which would have been an upside target. So we're going to see if the market can push its way back into the cloud from here. Then you have the Bitcoin futures also giving a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. And the market right here is right here at this inside the Kumo cloud. So it's going to try to get itself back up, but it doesn't have upside resistance until 70, about 70. All right. So between 68 and 70 is our initial upside target on this rally alert. Then on the US dollar index, starting to see that bearish algo shift takes into effect into the market, starting to act as a resistance barrier now for your US dollar. So if the bearish algo shift wins out like it did back here, it kept prices muted and prevented the market from rallying, but then eventually the market caved, and it caved hard. All right, is this what we're going to, is this a double top? Is this a head and shoulders? Is the market stopping here? Is the dollar, saying this is all I can do? It seems like every time it gets up here, it looks like it's going to break that 108. I'm telling you, once the US dollar breaks that 108, it's game over. All right, 108.54, we'll just round and say 108.55 is that key resistance zone. If it crosses it, I'm telling you, it's game over. All right. But the question is it going to cross it? It's getting up here. It's trying to. But if it fails again, then we're looking at taking out the 52-week lows and dropping below par and staying there. So this is also a crossroad situation for the US dollar index. Either the dollar can go against all the naysayers and maintain a strong dollar presence here, or it's going to fold. And if it folds, it's going to fold devastatingly hard and take out the 52-week lows. So 108, or we're going below par. That's it. All right, that's where you are with this right now. So it's do or die time for the US dollar. All right, folks. So that's what we got to look forward to for Take Back Friday tomorrow. Will we have a Take Back Friday, or are we going to have an acceleration to the downside? That is the real key question in both your stock indices and your precious metals. Which one is going to win out? That is the real question. Your attack reports are out. You're definitely going to want to read these reports, and you're going to want to follow those reports very, very closely. Number one, so you don't miss out on any key opportunities. And number two, because you know that if you follow the system will work. All right. The system works if you work the system. Why? Because bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get what? Slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys back here on Sunday. All right. That's when the new reports will be out. So it's going to be rather interesting to see how the markets close tomorrow. What kind of price action are we going to see? We don't know. Will any government reports that come out have any sway in the market? It's almost getting to the point now where they're pretty much being ignored. I think the only thing the market really cares about right now is, are we going to get any kind of a rate cut at some point this year? And I think the market is prepared to force the Fed's hand. And the thing, like I said before, that will force the Fed's hand, no matter what the Fed says, is a falling stock market. They cannot have a falling stock market. That would hurt the economy in multiple ways. And remember, it's at the end of the day, it's all about perception. If people perceive that things are bad, excuse me, that will have a lot of sway. It doesn't matter what the truth is, it matters what people believe. So perception is very important. Optics are important to the Fed, and that's what they've pretty much relied on up until this point, is the optics. What do people believe? What do they think? How do they feel? If they feel okay, then things are okay. But if they start to panic, then things will not be okay. So this is going to be very interesting to see which way things go, and to what degree are the people going to believe? Are they going to believe that everything is okay and that the Fed is doing a good job? We just need to believe the Fed, or is it going to be something else? So I think that is probably what they're afraid most of, is, like I said, the perception, the optics. That is what people really care about. They don't care about anything else. So let's see what the market does tonight into tomorrow's trading. Will we get any cues? And I think we will. We just have to look for those intraday price inflection points. If it looks like they're going to be triggered, then the market is giving us its answer right then and there. And so whenever the market tells you something, you should believe it. So we will be apt to believe the market if we start seeing the price action behave in a certain way. So yeah, this is exciting in a way, because we don't know which way things are going to go, but we do know this. Once the market has really chosen a direction, and I mean really chosen a direction, it's going to move hard in that space. All right. So that's what we're watching for. So, like I said, always, and I say this a lot and I'll keep saying it, as soon as the reports come out, you need to have your tickets in so you're not chasing the market. You never want to be in a situation where you are chasing the market. All right. So the best way to avoid that is to Get your tickets in as soon as the reports come out. That way you're not chasing the market. I cannot stress that enough. You do not want to find yourself chasing the market because it's a high probability that things will move fast and furious and not give you a lot of time to make said decisions. Okay. So just wanted to kind of put that bug in your ear, so to speak. All right. So that now you know um, when things really get heated up, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're on the right side. And the way to do that is to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row. All right. So, with that being said, I want everyone to be encouraged and have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, you'll have a wonderful Friday as well. All right. On that note, I am out. Peace. Let's see. Have you seen reports Grayscale has sold half of the Bitcoins? Could this be why BTC price has dropped? How great is that everyone can see BTC holdings on Bitcoin? I know the halving thing is happening tomorrow. And again, it's the unknown. Who knows what's going to happen? We just don't know. We don't know what it is that we don't know. So with that being said, anything can happen. Anything goes. We just don't know. We just don't know what we don't know. So I'm hoping that it's positive, whatever it is. A lot of people believe that it's going to make the markets, rally to no end, and that's possible. Anything is possible, folks. It just doesn't mean that it's likely. You know what I mean? Just because something is possible, it doesn't mean that it's likely. So we'll take whatever the market gives us. You understand? We'll take whatever the market gives us. We're not gonna, pretend anything because we don't know. The right thing to do is just be on the right side of the market. Like I said, the reports are out right now, so I will follow the reports to a T and wouldn't try to, uh, overthink things or second guess anything. All right. On that note, I'm out of here, people. Peace.